All right, again, I'm Mike Tai, and obviously I've given you all a list of successful fathers who have all had to make a sacrifice in one way or another.
He's from a tough background where his dad was never there for him, and for him to be the father he is and support his kids above and beyond the love and support he got as a growing up as well is a key thing. But also, you know, he, regardless of what they do, actor, singing, anything they do, and also he's helped Jaden kind of create charities as well. I believe he's doing a lot of charitable work now. He's supporting
water banks in certain countries, isn't he?
Yeah.
So just put Barack second. For that,
Okay.
I guess.
Mr. President of the USA is second. Just throwing that out there. That's how that sounds.
Yeah, I guess so. Because he's already picked the first one, so usually it goes 1 then 2, not 1 then 1.
I'm just saying, it's not too late to change it. But
You don't see enough of what goes on behind the scenes with certain families, so which is a testament to how they run their families in a way. So you can't avoid paparazzi following you. You can't avoid certain things, but there are things you can control, like where your children go, or if they're chaperoned and stuff like that.
Denzel Washington. Obviously, what can we say about Denzel? For me, I don't feel like Denzel can do a bad film. That's him as an actor, so he's successful in his own right. But as a father, you know, he's nurtured his son in the right direction, told him to be patient, choose the right film for you. One thing about Denzel is he's not typecasted. As an actor, it's dangerous not to be typecasted, because once you're typecasted, you can only do a certain type of film. But Denzel can fit into any category.
And that's why a lot of the times, if you watch a Denzel film, you know it's going to be good simply because he's not in that many. So same with DiCaprio, for example. Someone like him, he doesn't throw himself in every single film. Most of the film he ends up in like 3 hours long.
All right, so that sorts out our selection of fathers. Obviously, considering it's Father's Day, we're going to touch into a few more Father's Day questions a bit later. But the next question, I'm going to start with you, Lee.
Brilliant.
So, the topic is the misconceptions of Asian culture.
Okay.
Yeah?
Helps our Asians, huh?
So, you got Asian Oriental, and you got, can I say Asian Indian?
But yeah, I know what you mean. So like Indian, Bangladesh.
Yeah. Do you find that, or do you find it offensive that people just group Asian together? Is that wrong?
It is geographically right.
Firstly, tell them where you're from and so on.
I'm born and raised here, obviously, but my family originated from Vietnam, so that's Southeast Asia, so technically Oriental side as well. I think geographically we are all Asians. That's why it's such a massive continent. So we say that you're all Asian, but it depends the group you're in.
But there's a bit of a division.
there's a division in the sense that the group I'm in all the time, when they say Asian, they refer to my kind of Southeastern Asians.
Yeah.
But you know, if I'm with a different group, when they say Asians, I know they naturally mean kind of like Indians, Bangladeshi, and so it's just I'm kind of perfectly fine with this. It's not a problem for me, no.
Do you find that there's a lot of conflict between the two?
I mean, in the example, maybe. Like
Yeah, see,
Political correctness.
that's why
it's
I'm
not
personally Asian. You're Asian, but I know some people that get offended by saying, yeah, but Asian what?
They always say like, oh yeah, I've got an Asian mate, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah. They'll be like, oh no, sorry, like the Indian guy, or like they'll explain it.
Specifically,
because
my
for
boy
me,
Lee, I wouldn't say my boy Lee Oriental or my boy Lee from Vietnam. I just say he's my boy Lee, innit?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. There's some
say
people
where
in
he's
mind
from.
when they have to describe someone. It's like sometimes me, if I see someone in distance, oh yeah, that's my boy over there. Well, which one? Oh, the guy in the red shirt. And they're like, oh, which one? The only guy in the red shirt. They want you to say black guy. They want you to say white guy. I'm just, no, like I don't.
you don't register.
That's the, I don't register. I have to tell them, oh, the guy in the, that guy, literally the tallest one there. Or I'll just wave to them so they can see it.
Yeah. Do you reckon women and men can be platonic friends?
Women or who?
Women.
Women and who, you know?
Where there's no, apart from women, who else can you men? Can women and men be platonic friends? You gotta give us more?
Just yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like,
Do you believe that attraction is always going to be there, or the temptation is always going to be there?
I think ideally it depends on how you started off the friendship. Because there's when, and I don't believe in this, because there's times when, like, say for example, you've moved to a girl or guy, and then because the person said no, eventually they'll be like, oh no, I've got a man and whatever, but we can be friends. So in that case, it's like you started off with an attraction.
Yeah.
Based, do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
that attraction's always gonna be there. Although it's like whether it's the girl or the guy, it's like ideally you're trying to sort of push that attraction now to the back of your head and thinking we're just friends. However, there's always that element and that hope that eventually
Okay,
in
I'm
time.
friend zone.
Exactly. Like, I'm gonna be out of the friend zone.
Yeah.
He or she's gonna stop seeing her man and whatever, and is gonna see what I'm about and what the real deal is, and eventually you're gonna still be hoping that something's gonna materialize. So yeah, it's like you can, but it depends on how,
How it
on the
starts.
basis of
Yeah.
how
The
that
foundation of it.
the foundation of that friendship started. You know, that's my take on it.
Hold on.
You know.
Oh, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like that hope, innit?
Yeah.
Because you're always hoping, like, I hope, you know, that guy's a waste man, innit? Like, he's gonna treat her bad and I can just jump in and be that
And be
nice
the hero.
Yeah, you
friend.
just
and-
be thinking,
Yeah.
Nice friend, nice
oh,
hero.
does he treat you right? Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I hope not.
I hope not.
Okay, Mike, my question to you is religion becoming a thing of the past? This generation is less religious than previous or previous generations?
No, I don't believe so. I think it could.
Do you think there's less emphasis on
Following the religion to a core as
Yeah,
it was before?
yeah.
I believe so, because it's a case where I don't know what example to give. Okay, where they ask the question, can you be gay and Muslim? So it's
or gay and Christian?
okay, Christian, yeah, for example. So it's a case of society is moving and people are trying to move with it. So you're trying to fit within your religion and not be isolated from your social circle, but then it's just crazy how sometimes they say that the youth nowadays are not as caring, or everyone's just they have to. There's so many things they have to try and fit into a day. So I'd say no. I still think people are as religious as they used to be.
Rules and regulations with religion now than there has been.
No, the rules are the same. It's just we're trying to bend them more.
When you say the rules are the same,
Yeah.
you can talk less about certain things than you could previously.
What do you mean? Oh, you can.
You have to be politically correct.
Oh, okay.
So certain things you could say like 20 years ago and say this is wrong, that's wrong. You kind of can't say that now.
We've had enough of this. Like this has been going on for so long. We have to speak for ourselves now,
Okay.
and then that's probably why you can't say what you could say years ago.
Okay.
I think religion's definitely less prevalent now. I'd definitely say, because think about it, now with information era.
Yep.
Back then, you know, I don't know how long ago we're talking here, how far we going backwards in time, but everyone's just chasing information now. We Google things, we study things, science is everything that most people agree with, sort of thing. So I think less people compared to then are religious.
You okay?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It was what kind of, can I say, funded the nation. Obviously, the United Kingdom resides as a Catholic country, so religion was kind of forced down schools, and you had to say your Hail Marys, and you had to say, you had your Catholic schools and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Whereas now you've got academies, so
All sorts of schools, yeah.
yeah, so you
It's a
got
mix
private,
of-
so on and so forth. So you don't really get that RE teaching, like you should I say RS. I think it's RS now. Religious
changed
studies,
it. Oh.
religious studies. So they're more accepting. I think religions have to be more accepting. So I think now it's like the world we live in is crazy, and it's one of the topics I'm going to touch on next. But obviously social media plays a large part, and they're looking to start awareness of social media from primary school. So they're going to teach you about the dangers of the internet from year 3.
Year 3, but they won't be teaching you about taxes and savings and stuff like
And
that.
I'm gonna get onto that.
That's crazy, isn't it?
That is a topic we're gonna touch on the 30th. We've got a financial expert coming in on the 30th, so if you might want to grab a listen. We're going to be talking about finances and taxes and credit, the importance of credit, importance of building your credit, and the importance of building your finances. So everybody tune in on the 30th. Just a reminder, also we do have our event coming on the 14th of July. All sorts going on. We will be touching into religion a lot more on the 14th. Also 9 to 5 versus entrepreneur and culture. Which brings me to my next question, which is culture and religion. Do you think they're too intertwined? Do you think sometimes it's mixed to the point that, you know, like certain things you grew up with as a child where you thought it was like wrong in your religion, and you just realize, no, it's wrong in my culture. Do you get what I mean? Like I always thought as a kid, my mum always told me that it's wrong to grow your hair. I mean, obviously I got no hair now. You know, obviously I could have grew my hair.
Disclaimer here,
I could have grown my hair when I was younger, just let you know. But I always grew up thinking it's wrong to have long hair. But then I realised it's a culture thing.
Yeah, they always associate it with
As in-
your
as
hair
a-
grows
as-
to a
as a
certain
man,
size.
right?
Yeah, as a man, that
it
is,
has to
as a
go.
man, yeah.
When you're saying culture and religion, a lot of cultures have a certain religion that is just part of it, basically. So sometimes people would just assume, yeah, okay, if you're from this culture, that's your religion.
Yeah. Is parenting being made hard now? How our parents you know what I'm laughing at? How our parents used to raise us,
Yeah.
that won't run in this day and age.
We laugh about it, but remember being in a situation where you're like, you've done something bad and you're just sitting there, you're like, oh crap, Mum's coming out, I did this frosted chicken. Oh,
I'll put that in some bone.
And you hit the key turn and you just
you're on Call of Duty and you quickly turn it off, you run to the kitchen, defrost it real quick. But like,
I'll tell you.
it's the fear, the shake, that kind of builds where you are.
Yeah.
But I think it got to an extent with me as well. Like my parents treated me really well. Like, they were really good with me. I still got hit every now and then. There were very high expectations.
Wait, that was in your culture as well?
Are you what? What? You know, oh my days! I'll tell you right now, man. Like, I used to get beat all the time.
So growing up in that environment, I think it's made us who we are today. Let's be real. It's kind of shaped us to where we are, and not everybody obviously experienced that.
And it made you more resilient, definitely.
Yeah, of course. It's made you more tougher, more resilient. You know, probably more stubborn along the way. But I think in this day and age, you can't be like that. Unfortunately, like we can't parent
As a parent, yeah.
As a parent, we can't parent our children now the way our parents treated us. If that makes sense, in a sense that there's more sort of, how can I put it? Sort of like children are more protected. Let's be real. That's
Okay.
what it is.
Okay.
They are more protected.
Go deeper,
and
go deeper.
children, they've got more of a voice now. Because I've got a couple of friends that are social workers, and I think there was a time we had an argument about this, about how you should be able to discipline your children, and I think it all comes down to discipline and so forth. So, because like I've come across like a 6-year-old, for example, that just got a little smack. I'm gonna call social services. I'm gonna call the police.
What
Do
is
you know what I'm saying?
Call them.
That little 6-year-old is.
I'll send them in the ambulance with you.
Oh, side note, what was the worst weapon you've been hit with?
Mine was, you know, the wire that connects the computer to the
Ethernet cable.
What, the Ethernet cable?
No, not the Ethernet cable. The wire that connects the desktop to the computer.
The screen.
Yeah. You know the thick one.
Oh, the actual,
Lord,
the AC.
what-
the
what-
actual
what-
AC.
Yeah, the thick one.
It's got the screws
They
on the
went-
side.
Yes, that's the one.
Each-
The thick one. So I got that to my back. You know when you had the lumps come out, I couldn't sleep that night.
Wow.
You
know,
must
you
have
just-
done something so bad for them to
What did
pull
you
that
do?
out of the computer.
I stayed out 2 hours later
Oh.
than
Well, 2
2
hours
hours.
later than your curfew.
yeah.
Like,
And they were worried and looking. Now, just to reiterate, it's mothers get up to, is it a year, maternity, and fathers get paternity leave, which is a measly 2 weeks. A measly 2 weeks. So you get 2 weeks off work, and then you're back in the rat race. Is this shared out evenly, and do you think that's fair?
2 weeks is short though. Like to help, like even if you're just saying that, oh, can I help
Sometimes
you?
they
Oh,
think
give you
after a
some
month,
time. Yeah,
yeah,
give you
yeah.
some time to rest. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I can do some things.
Up to a month on page, yeah.
After a month unpaid.
topics where it shows the delay in our beliefs and where the legislation is delayed from where we are now. That concept of the mother being the one to look after all the time isn't the same as this day and age as it was 60, 70 years ago when they were at home all the time and they
Yeah,
weren't
that's
working.
correct. Yeah,
and
that's
that's
true.
why that law is still there in the basis that they'll be at home looking after kids, whereas we have to be working.
But it's one of those ones, like if we get the option to be given up to 6 months, in my opinion, I think that would be
fair.
sufficient.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fair. In the sense of if they have the same structure in terms of the pay structure as they do for women, for guys as well. And I think that should be fair. Because ideally, and another thing, because I've got twins, so
Bye, bitchy.
it doesn't make sense that I still get the same amount of paternity leave as somebody that's just had a singleton. I think my paternity leave should have been doubled.
Do you feel like you have to dress a certain way in order to not be racially profiled? Or do you feel like even if you go into a shop with a hoodie on and a tracksuit, you should be served the same way?
And it's a hot summer's day, and he would be in his jacket still.
I'm
Like
not
we're
gonna
in.
lie to you, I'm not gonna
I
lie
don't
to you.
understand. I get what you mean. I don't understand though. I don't understand why you're in a super
gonna
dry
lie to you.
jacket in the summer playing
To
football in
show you-
AstroTurf.
To show while you're balling, you're
I'm
balling.
gonna lie to you, we'll be in a house party and I'm gonna wear my puffer jacket. If I'm sweating, I'm gonna wear it. I'm not gonna take it off.
What?
Oh, Prince,
With your backpack, yeah?
man's from South, innit?
That ain't got nothing in it.
What are you telling me?
Man goes to rob the store.
Don't profile me just because I'm what I'm wearing. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, talk to me first. Have a conversation with me. Find out what I'm about. Then you can profile me. Then you can hear how I'm talking. Then you can hear what I'm about. Then you can find out if I'm fitting the profile of what you're looking for. Don't just look at me and think, oh, he's wearing a hood. He must be up to something dangerous. I might just be cold. I might just want to cover my head at that point in time. So what I'm essentially saying is that I feel like society, especially police, need more training on how to deal with the community. Much for listening to the inSycn Mind show. You know how we do, no sitting on the fence. Reminder, there is our event on the 14th of July. Please go on to Eventbrite and buy some tickets. inSycn Minds show. Good night.